All right, so we're back out here tinkering with this thing. It is getting crunch time for Power Tour, but I went ahead and bled the brakes. The other day I took it and had it tuned again. Got all that done, finally put a few miles on it, and of course found a few issues. So the first one I want to talk about is the rear end that came out of it had these QA1, they're traction bars for these A bodies like Chevelles, GTOs, whatever. Anyway, they bolt in where the upper control arm goes, and then the upper control arm mounts here, and then it hooks to this webbing and bolt, it's got little bolt things. And so anyway, they wouldn't fit on that 9-inch when I put the Quick Performance rear end in it. So whatever. So now it has horrible wheel hop. I'm sure a lot of it also has to do with the fact I've got it jacked up so high in the back. And I could probably take those spacers out of the springs and drop it back down and eliminate that, but then it's going to sit real high in the front and it just looks stupid. So I guess I'm probably not even going to worry about that right now. We'll just try to take it easy and not play a whole lot on Power Tour, and then maybe once we get back from Power Tour we'll do something else. I do have some drop springs where I could lower the front too, but there's a problem with that because I put the wrong oil pan on this engine and it already hangs down below, I don't know if you can see it, the cross member quite a bit. And it's, it's about 6 inches off the ground. So if I drop it a couple inches, that's going to put it 4 inches off the ground. I don't worry about it so much right now as high as the car sits, but I'm afraid if I drop it too much I'll bottom out on something and bust the oil pan. So anyway, the other issue I have is about 65, 70, when you let off, like on decel, it has a little bit of a vibration, which I thought was probably pinion angle or something, since I've got it jacked up so high in the back. But I also looked, and the drive shaft seems to be sticking out quite a bit out of the transmission. I guess from your axle to the end of the yoke is shorter, I guess, on that 9-inch, that so it brought it back a little bit. So I need to dig into that and see if I need to have another drive shaft made, which I had this drive shaft made when I put the LS and the 4L60 in it. It's always something. So we'll probably just not worry about the wheel hop. I just won't do burnouts, I guess, which sucks. I mean, if you roll into it, it'll do one pretty good and not hop so bad. But if you're from like at a dead stop or try to power brake it, it'll try to shake the windows out of this thing. But the drive shaft thing, I probably need to look into that before we go. And as far as the pinion angle, my upper control arms they're QA1s, but they're just fixed. They're non-adjustable, so I really can't, there's really not much I can do about it. So hopefully it's just the drive shaft. But like I said, I think the majority of my problem is just because I have it jacked up so high in the rear end. But I could probably fix the wheel hop too with coilovers, which I've talked about putting coilovers on this car several times. But that's $1,000 that I just don't want to spend right now. Especially every dime we got right now is funding this trip on Power Tour. So maybe when I get back, I might. We'll just see. I don't know. I mean, I've got some changes in mind for the car anyway, so I don't really want to go real far into it money-wise right now until I decide for sure what I'm going to do. I kind of wanted to be done with the car, but you're never done with these old cars. You're always trying to upgrade or change things or make things better. So I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but anyway, that's kind of an update of where we are. I think the car will be fine as it sits to go on Power Tour. It just won't be quite as fun. You know, I mean, I know a lot of people think it's dumb doing burnouts, but I'm gonna tell you right now, when you're going through them little towns on Power Tour and there's a little kid holding up a sign that says do a burnout, you gotta do it. I mean, it's just, it's a rule. It's like a law. You gotta do it. So, and I didn't get to do it last year because the rear end was about to fall out of this thing, it sounded like. So, I wanted to be able to do it this year, but whatever. I can probably still do some, you know, little ones, but anyway, we are going to try to take the car out this weekend some and put some more miles on it. I want to try to put as many miles on it as I can. I think it's like 3 weeks to Power Tour, and work out any bugs that we can now. I don't want to wait till we're leaving out and be like, oh crap, you know, we got all these problems we didn't fix. So I'm gonna look into getting a drive shaft made. If I can get one done in time, I will. If not, we'll just chance it. But yeah, I did get the AC all charged back up, and like I said, we did get it tuned, and the wife came out and helped me a few minutes ago bleeding the brakes, so hopefully it'll stop better. And I'll see what I can come up with on the drive shaft and what other little things we're going to do, and we'll get back on it later. Okay, so here's the yoke on my drive shaft, and I don't know if you can see that black line right there. That is where the seal is, so that only leaves me just a little over 2 inches of engagement. So that is definitely not enough. I don't remember exactly how much you're supposed to have, but I know it's more than that. Yeah, there's just as much sticking out as there is sticking in the transmission. But they make longer yokes for these for those 4L60s. I've seen some that are, I looked around, some of them are like total 8 inches, so that would be, you know, at least 1.5 inches longer than that. And I've seen some that are, I don't remember the exact length, but some are, you know, there's several different sizes that I've seen online. So I'm gonna do a little more measuring and double checking, and I may just go that route. I may just order one of those and swap it out and try that, because I don't know that I can get a drive shaft made in time. Because really, I think 2 weeks, maybe it's 3 weeks till Power Tour. I can't remember. I don't even know what today's date is. But anyway, and it's, you know, several $100s versus, you know, less than $100 to try it. So I think I'll just do that, because I do think, after getting on there and looking around some more, I really think my pinion angle is part of my problem. I think that's probably the biggest part of my problem. I do think that yoke definitely is not engaging into the transmission far enough. So I'm hoping that that's my vibration on decel. I hope. We'll see. But I think that's the route I'm gonna go for now. I went ahead and put it back together, because we are going to go for a ride tomorrow in it. Probably put quite a few miles on it, I hope. I think it'll be all right as long as I just take it easy. I am fixing to go order the yoke right now, and hopefully it'll be in, hopefully by next weekend, and we can get that swapped out, and hopefully that's it, and we won't have any more major issues. I went ahead and got new spark plugs and everything to do the oil change on it. I'm gonna do that right before we leave to go on Power Tour. I'm not gonna do it yet. And yeah, just stupid little crap that's got to get knocked out before we go. I still haven't done the back glass, but my list is definitely getting smaller. I don't know, it just you know, I thought I was gonna have so much time this year to have this car ready. Like, I thought I was gonna be so far ahead of the game on it, but it's just like last year. It's right down to the wire as always. But that's just the nature of having old cars like this. You know, it's always something. That's just part of it. It ain't no big deal. We'll get her whooped, I hope, and we will be able to go and have a good time and hopefully not have any major issues. And I'm kind of nervous, but also excited. You know, I mean, it's a long trip. It's a long ways from home to be out in something that you're not 100% sure of, but that's kind of the whole point of Power Tour, really. It's testing your car and you and everything else. But the good thing about Power Tour is if you do have an issue, you break down, you know, so many people are going to stop and help. And, you know, that's one thing about the car community. They're not just going to hang you out to dry. So I ain't too worried about it. But anyway, we'll get back on this thing tomorrow and go for a ride and see if any other issues arise. Hopefully not. So we are out in the car today, going for a ride. I don't know how long you think we've been on the road, maybe an hour?
Yeah, maybe an hour.
Yeah. Everything seems to be doing good. AC's working, temperature's good, oil pressure's good. We're kind of making a pretty good loop around Lake Ouachita, so probably
Beautiful Lake Ouachita.
Beautiful Lake Ouachita, yeah. This is probably the longest trip the car's been on in over a year. Well, since last Power Tour. And but so far everything seems to be doing okay. The brakes are working really good after we bled them the other day. And, I mean, other than that, everything seems to be going pretty good. What are your thoughts on the car?
Everything seems to be good. Air conditioner works.
Yeah, that's a plus. I'm telling you, that air conditioner system is the best money I've ever spent on a car. Because I don't know what do you think? It's 90 degrees today?
Oh yeah, easy.
Yeah. It's a pretty day. It's just hot.
It's a beautiful day.
And it's going to be hot on Power Tour, so I'm just spoiled in my old age. I got to have AC. But, I mean, everything seems... I mean, I feel good about it. Like, I think we could leave today. I mean, there are a couple of issues that I want to fix before we go, but I mean, I feel confident in the car. I say that, I mean, you just never know with old stuff like this, but I mean, I would take off and go in it right now if we had to. So, I mean, it just seems to be just cruising along just fine. We're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, so I don't even know if we got good cell service out here, so hopefully we don't break down. Cows. But yeah, we're kind of out in the country out here.
Lots of churches.
Lots of churches, lots of cows, lots of trees.
So what else are you going to do? What other upgrades are we doing before Power Tour?
No upgrades, just repairs, really. I mean, I've got the yoke for the drive shaft ordered, so that should come in this week. Get that fixed by next weekend, I hope. And that'll I'm hoping fixes our vibration, which is just a slight vibration on D-cell. The faster you're going, the worse it is. I'm not 100% sure that's all of it. Pinion angle may be part of that too, but there really ain't nothing I can do about that without ordering adjustable control arms, but I ain't doing that before we leave. That'll be after we get back. And the only other thing that I can remember off the top of my head without looking at my list, I know I still have to reseal the back lights. I've been putting that off for weeks. And then right before we go, I'm going to change the oil and put a set of fresh spark plugs in it, and I mean, that's it. Other than packing
I think the car being high in the back is part of our problem as far as the vibration. But I think we're going to pack so much stuff, it's probably going to drop it an inch or so in the back anyway. Because I know last year, she was squatting pretty good last year.
Yeah, we were tail dragging last year.
Which we overpacked last year for sure.
Yeah, we did.
I'll try not to do that this year, but I mean, I'll take some tools and a few parts and then just our clothes. You know, we'll have an ice chest and snacks, and then we always pick up a few things on the trip, you know. So I figure that'll squatter a little bit in the back.
Definitely.
But yeah, I think we're just gonna cruise around today. We've got a food stop in mind we're trying to get to, and I don't know. It's probably. What do you think round trip? How many miles do you think we're gonna do today?
From the salon to the pizza place was 47 miles.
Yeah. And then,
So probably another 20 from home,
yeah,
and then 30 miles home from the.
maybe 100
pizza.
miles.
Maybe 100 miles, yeah.
Be a pretty good little trip.
So a little shorter than a power tour day,
Yeah.
but a good first.
Yeah, it'd be a good first long trip in it.
Yeah, 3 weeks prior
Yeah,
to
3 weeks prior to Power Tour, this is really the first time we've gotten very far away from. I think the farthest I've taken it was last weekend. We went to Hot Springs, and that's what
30 miles.
30 miles from the house, so 60-mile round trip that day. And then I took it to the Tuners the other day. That's what 20-mile round
20,
trip.
yeah.
Maybe a little more round trip. So this is definitely going to be the biggest trip in it. I mean, we really haven't drove it a lot this year. It's been either tore down or waiting on parts pretty much all year.
Yeah.
And then the times that it was together, either the weather was crappy or we were busy this last year. We just really didn't have a lot of time to just get out and drive. And then I bought that other car. You know, I worked on it a lot. So. But I think she's going to do good. I'm confident in her. So anyway, we'll just keep driving and we'll get back at it in a little bit.
It's a really pretty drive. The village.
They ain't probably used to seeing stuff like this around here.
Pizza place does not look open.
It's got an open light.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay. I couldn't see it.
But the car did good. I mean, it was a pretty good little drive, I thought. What'd you think?
It was a good drive.
Yeah, nice. Little country drive.
Nice and cool in here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, that AC is...
Rock star.
Yeah, can't beat that. I'm definitely ready to eat.
I am ready for some pizza. Let's give this pizza place a shot.
I told Pete here if it's over, I said, Pete, you about to go through downtown Hot Springs. So it's been a pretty good loop we made today. Yeah, I think the car did great.
I think it did great. It did better than the pizza.
Yeah, it was alright. It wasn't the best, but it was
It's okay.
definitely not hungry anymore.
Not hungry. We didn't eat McDonald's.
We did not need to eat McDonald's. I'd rather drag my tongue across the table than eat it.
What is something special about downtown Hot Springs?
Well, they have the bathhouses.
Yeah, but it's also a
National Park.
national park.
It also has, isn't the Ohio Club like the oldest bar in Arkansas?
Yeah.
Like it's still
Speakeasy
operational?
bar. Yes, operational. Yep. tours of Al Capone visiting
Yeah.
in
There's
his
a lot of-
heyday.
Yeah, a lot of gangsters hung out here. And didn't they say they like had like a truce when they were here? Like
Yeah, it was
different
supposed to
families could
be. Yeah,
down here and they're not supposed to like mess with each other or something.
that's the story. Yeah, they told us that at the Gangster Museum.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've got the Al Capone room at is it the Arlington?
The Arlington,
Yeah, I guess
yes.
that's where he would stay. And supposedly he had like secret tunnels that went under the street over to like some speakeasy or something that was across the street.
Yeah, I think the Ohio Club.
I don't think it was.
No, it wasn't
maybe
the Ohio
was.
Club?
I don't know. I can't remember. There's the old vapors.
The Vapors.
What was the name of the hotel that used to be here that burned? I can't remember.
Oof, I don't know. Is that the one your sister worked at?
No, she worked back at that one back there where the vapors was because she worked at the bar. She was a bartender.
Hello.
Gotta let the people cross the road.
Yeah, walkers have the right of way in downtown.
So yeah, this is historic downtown Hot Springs. Bathhouse Road. That's the Arlington there.
It's underwent some renovations the last couple of years.
Yeah. I think it's under new ownership.
The Pancake House. Must stop if you come into Hot
If you come
Springs.
to Hot Springs, you gotta
Go early.
Yeah, you gotta go early or you'll be standing in line.
They close at 12:45.
There's the duck.
The duck, we had one of those sink several years ago.
Yeah, not cool.
Not cool.
The Ohio Club is right up here. Ain't it? Yeah, there
Right
it is.
here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Kind of hard to see through the trees. There's the
This
Ohio
still has
Club.
the original bar back that they. I can't remember where it came from. I think it was it New York?
Yeah.
They brought it on train to Malvern and then had to like haul it over here on a wagon.
Yeah. It's a beautiful bar bag,
Yeah, it's
too.
cool.
Doesn't it
almost
have
looks-
mermaids on it?
Yeah, it's almost like the bow or like the front of an old ship. or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Very beautiful.
These are all the bathhouses.
This is the visitor center. A lot of history inside there. It's a free tour you can do. And then the bathhouses start. You can get the works in there, we've heard. Never had the works in there.
They've got something going on. Arts in the park. I don't know what that is. Definitely a tourist town. Didn't know you was gonna get a history lesson on my channel today, did you?
We're definitely not the best tour guides.
No, that's for sure.
Everybody's gonna try to merge in on you.
Yeah. Where's the fountain at?
We just passed
we
it. You missed
where
it.
You can bottle up the hot water.
Oh
from the
yeah, that was
springs.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, people think that water has like healing properties and stuff.
It'll heal what ails you, they say.
That's what they say. I think the guy's trying to slip in on me. But yeah, it's a neat little town.
I'm coming up on world famous Bridge Street of the world's shortest parade.
Oh yeah.
St. Patrick's Day shortest parade. It's what, 40 something feet? I don't think you have to pizza place in Hot Springs.
Yeah. We're gonna go by it.
Oh, we're going by?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll have to show it.
Yeah, we gotta show the best pizza in town.
And the stop sign I always run.
Yeah.
Right here.
I'm sure you're not the only one. I've probably been getting killed a time or two myself.
Right next door to the Starlight Club.
Squeeze box.
Squeeze Box Pizza.
Yeah, it's a little brewery and pizza place. All right, well, that's your tour of downtown Hot Springs.
How'd she do?
She did good. It was a good trip.
You think she's ready for a 2,000-mile trip?
Oh, yeah. I would take off in it right now.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, there's a couple of things I still want to fix on it, but like if it was like if we were leaving tomorrow, I'd go. It wouldn't bother me.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. But yeah, it's definitely a good trip. Good. I don't know. What did we figure about 100 miles maybe?
Maybe 125.
Yeah. Nice drive. Pretty scenery.
Yeah.
Car did great. Like we didn't have any issues.
No.
Temp stayed good. Great oil pressure. The only issue is I know when we were leaving the pizza place, and I went and got my hair cut, so when we were leaving there, like it didn't want to start, like it had a long crank time, which I think it did that last year. I can't remember, and it seemed like, I don't know, maybe the regulator's bleeding off, because I think last year, if I cycled the key a couple times and then try to start it, but I forgot to try that a while ago, so.
I think we did do that last
So
year.
I think that may be just something with that regulator, because it's one of those Corvette regulators that's got the return thing. It's like a filter and it's got the return made in it. It's not the best in the world, so it probably needs a better regulator, but I mean, I can get it to start. That ain't no problem, so I don't think that's something I'm gonna worry about.
So now we just wait for the route.
Yeah, they should. I would think in the next week they're gonna announce the route.
Yeah, I expect it.
Yeah, it's just any time, I would think.
Yeah, I'm ready.
And my part should be in for the drive shaft sometime this week, so we'll get that fixed. But the vibration is not.
I couldn't tell it.
I mean, I can tell it, but
Yeah, but you're behind the wheel.
yeah, but it's not severe. But we didn't really get up to. I think the fastest we got was maybe 70 today.
Yeah.
Usually, like letting off from like 75 or faster, like you can really tell it. So. But
We even barked a tire today.
I know, I was surprised.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think she did really good.
Me too. Good ride.
Good car. It was a good day.
It was a great day. Let's go to the river.
Yeah, let's go to the river.
So yesterday went pretty good on the road trip. We had no real big issues. Just a good drive. One thing we did think of while we were out yesterday is even with the AC, it gets hot in the car because the windows aren't tinted. So I do think we might tint the windows. Because even, like I said, with the AC on full blast, that sun coming in, you just feel like you're cooking. So we might do that. It just depends if we can get the stuff to do it and do it in time. Good Lord. Look at all them dead cicadas in the grill. I don't know if you can see them, but them things are bad. But hopefully this week we'll get the stuff for the drive shaft and get that in by the weekend and go for another drive and see how, if that helps our vibration. And other than that, I think just to continue driving it around and trying to work out any little bugs we got, we're ready to go. I mean, I think it's as good as it's going to get. I feel good about it. So we got this next weekend. I don't know. I got to look at my calendar. Like I said, I can't even keep track of what today is, but because we are leaving on the 8th, so next weekend is the 25th. So we got 2 weekends really that we can work on the car. So luckily we don't have a whole lot left to do. Like I said, it's mostly just little things, a few little maintenance items, and I'll probably go after we do next weekend. There is a car show. I don't know, it's maybe 30-40 miles away, so it'll be a little bit of a road trip. And then after that, I would like to probably crawl under it again and give it a good once over. Just, you know, check all the nuts and bolts and the front suspension and ball joints and all that. It does have a little slack in the front end, but I think most of it's in the steering box itself, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm not going to put a steering box on it. I'm not going to, you can adjust them, but I'm not doing all that. I know last year a guy flagged me down and said my left front tire was kind of, and so I checked it. The wheel bearing had a little bit of slack in it then, and we kind of packed it then. And but I think most of that could have been from the steering box maybe, and the road was kind of rough. So, but I mean, I don't think nothing's gonna fall off of it or any of that, but we'll double check all that. And trying to think what else. Trying to think of all the stuff we need to take with us. I know last year I took, of course it has an in-tank pump now, and originally it had just an inline pump, and I swapped all that out. But I'm gonna take the inline pump and stuff and some fuel line in case the fuel pump goes out. I can rig that up and make it work to get us home. A few little odds and ends, just in case stuff. And I need to make sure my spares got air in it. And of course I've got air pumps. I got a set of tools, a jack. I'm gonna take my impact, a few other little odds and ends, and I mean that's it. I think we're ready to go. I will change the oil and change the spark plugs right before we go. Check all the fluids. I checked all the lights the other day and made sure they work. I'll probably do that again right before we leave. And I mean, I think that's pretty much it. But we did have fun yesterday riding around in the car. It was a good time. The car, like I said, the car did really good. I know we kind of talked a little bit about lowering it in the back to try to fix the wheel hop, and then I would have to lower the front and everything. But I do kind of like how the car sits, so I don't really want to do that. But it does kind of look like it's settled in the front some, but I don't know. I ain't too worried about it. Well, that'll be an after power tour thing, so we're not gonna worry about that right now. But anyway, I think that's where I'm gonna end this video, and we'll get back on it hopefully next weekend, and after we get our drive shaft yoke replaced and put some miles on it, hopefully that does something for us. If not, we'll reevaluate. But as always, I appreciate everybody watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get my numbers up. I would really appreciate it. Go work on your junk. We'll see you on the next one.